Michael, what's up, man?
What is happening?
We're rocking out another episode, dropping on a Wednesday.
Yeah, and it's December, toward the end of the year. Things are getting chaotic. We were doing our family calendar last night, and I was like, oh my God, all our weekends are gone.
Oh, well.
With events.
Well, we got Christmas parties. We have gift exchange internally.
Oh, yeah.
We have, I think we're out of event season.
We are until February.
Till February, then it cranks back up. And,
Fellow vendors, you feel the pain.
Well, I am glad to have the little bit of a break that we're going to get.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm pretty sure in February, I will be ready to crank back up and get going.
Yeah.
So
everybody needs a break, but then when the break's gone too long, you're like, okay, I don't know if I'll retire.
Well, for those who are tuning in for the first time, you're listening to Walk-Ins Welcome with Nick and Michael.
Yeah.
I am going to start saying on our podcast that this is brought to you by Patient Care Marketing Pros. That's our company. We sponsor the podcast, but we do this podcast.
We pay the bills.
We pay the bills. Is the best way to say it. But here's what I learned at the last event we were at. We didn't have our Walk-Ins Welcome banner up.
Yes, for day one.
For day one.
It broke on us.
And we had to talk to people and got to talk to people would be the best way to say it. And, who are you? What do you do? Like this kind of stuff, right? Mm-hmm. Day two, the banner's up. Oh man, it's Walk-Ins Welcome. Yeah. We know you guys.
Yeah.
You're right. And I'm going, somehow we have managed to not connect the dots that Walk-Ins Welcome is owned by Patient Care Marketing Pros, which is our digital marketing company that is exclusively focused on urgent care marketing and helping you get to 40 patients per day and beyond. And that'll be that.
Yeah, exactly. So, we touch on it here and there, but it is the reality. That agency is paying for everything. If that agency didn't exist, this podcast wouldn't exist.
Correct.
Period.
So I'd like to thank Hannah for sponsoring our podcast today. Anyway, so we're doing something that we do every single year. Once a year, we spend a lot of time talking about
our audience,
about you, what's going on in your world, how you guys are rocking it, the impact you're making. Very rarely do we, I'm an air quote, toot our own horn. Okay? But today is the day we will toot our own horn. But it's all about the podcast.
We'll watch the listens start turning.
Yeah,
right
seriously,
now.
this is where.
But hey, this is the where you're listening to something that there are a lot of people out there that are now listening, and this was the year,
right,
that a lot of it changed. Like if you look at all the stats related to it, not only stats on our podcast, but like in our website and all the things. This 2025 was like urgent care saying, okay, yeah, I like these guys. Let's talk to them. And
we're grateful.
Yeah, we are.
I got to start from just this attitude of gratitude, right? Like we are so grateful, but you're a part of a much bigger community than you were a part of last year.
You are quite a bit. And the percentages are funny. They make things sound
they really do
grander than they are in some ways. But here's the thing. If anything, this has taught us that our audience are very purist. Like they are urgent care related. Everything is urgent care. The urgent care community is not that big, as we've learned, that everybody kind of starts to know everybody to a certain degree. But we can see it here. We can see like this was the great year for that. And you guys, there's some cool stats here we're about to go over. Some of them, like I cannot believe that this many people listen as like our top show. It's just so cool. But and then also too, by the way, if you didn't know, every single episode we do is on video, and I'll throw a stat out there right now. We were the top 15% videos on Spotify, period.
Awesome.
So super cool to see that. But so if you want to watch us on YouTube or watch us on Spotify, we do have video that we record every single time. It's not just audio. I encourage you to go watch as well.
Very good. Well, let's get into the data. We'll do the percentages. And just let you know, this is who you are. Like we get to share the numbers with you, but this is the audience. When we thank you for participating in it. But Michael, start off with your first slide there. I wonder if maybe we can convince Hannah to pop these up as we.
Oh, maybe so. Maybe she'll probably say I don't have time. Anyway, so first thing out of the gate, 71% increase in listening time. That means you guys are spending more time with us. There's more of you, which is awesome. And it's just the reality, like there's a lot of hours being listened to now, which is so super cool because sometimes we just don't know. We have stats to look at, but we just don't know. But these it's really interesting. Some of these stats they give us, they do not tell us any of this until the wrap.
Yeah, we don't. We're flying blind most of the time.
And all we know is that how many listens there were, and that's about it. And so now we can know a little bit more. Anyway, 71% increase in listening time, 78% increase in followers. So you almost doubled our followers this year. Thank you very much. That's awesome.
And followers aren't listeners. Followers are people that like
hit the plus button.
Hit that plus button. That thing that we always ask you to do. Follow our page, subscribe to the channel,
leave
us
a
a
review,
comment.
all the stuff.
Right. That's what followers are, and that is up. And thank you.
So those are cool. Like 71% listening time, 78% followers. Now the next number of percentages are comical. So let's take a guess which one is correct.
Are they not all correct?
No, they are, but which one is the wild one?
Oh, are you going to have me do this?
Yeah, okay. I'm going to give out three numbers: 1,000%, 115%, or 78%. Which one is the odd number?
Well, I would say the 1,000% is the wild one,
but it's only off by 1%.
2 truths and a lie.
There you go. There you go. So 999% total new audience. So we 10x our audience.
Apparently we did.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's outstanding though.
When I saw that, I was like, was that like an error? But anyway, so a 10x our audience, that's super cool. Which I do think what that means is, maybe they're not followers, maybe they're not consistent listeners, but they hit play on an episode somewhere. And 10x did that, which is kind of cool to say. Like, hey, it's kind of spread around a little bit.
Well, I mean, even the total audience being up 115%, that's more than double the audience size from last year.
Yeah, exactly. So this, like I said, this has been a crazy good year. And then, like, I think 78%, we also mentioned earlier on the followers.
Correct.
But yeah, we doubled our audience, and then we 10x any new audience members, which is kind of cool. It's kind of wild.
You know what I think my favorite one is? You already said that we were the top 15% of videos on Spotify.
Yeah.
But going over here to the 3 bubbles, there's 3 of them here, the little balloons or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite's the blue one.
Marathon show.
You know what that means?
Like listen or like keep going?
One after another after another. What if we're a 2025 of marathon show, which means that our listeners, they're grabbing one episode and then they're going and listening to our other episodes.
So what I'm hearing is they found you guys found a little value somewhere. Yeah,
probably the front desk episode.
Yeah, usually. Or Ava. Anyway, so you found a little bit of value somewhere, and then you're like, well, I'm going to look a little further. And then you started subscribing, you became a new audience person, and here we are. So, but it's real, though, and we see in the stats, there are some old episodes that you guys still love listening to. After that, you're pretty consistent with the new episodes coming through. But no, like it is funny. And then we're a rising star. It's like, man, we've been a rising star since 2021.
We'll take it. Maybe some of these balloons just make me feel like it made me feel good about myself.
And then we're one of the top most shared shows, which
I will say that's appreciative.
That's cool. And we appreciate you guys because that means that you found value and you thought your fellow urgent care friend should go listen to it as well. Or as what we've heard is when we were at Saruka, there was a couple that came up and one guy even says like, I listen to you guys and I send every episode to our internal marketing person. You need to be doing this or you need to listen to this.
If your boss shared this with you, you're welcome.
We kept your job for now.
I'm just kidding. That's a joke.
That's so funny.
No, we want you to win too. I know it doesn't sound like it on every episode, but we really do want our marketing people to win. We just want you to do things at an exceptional level.
We want you to make the industry look good, not look like
correct.
Smoke and mirrors.
Correct. All right. Episode 189 was our top episode, and I can understand why. Ava Winslow is outstanding. We love Flip AI, but we really love Ava. She's awesome.
She is awesome.
And don't get me wrong, we like Flip AI anyway, but Ava's great.
And fun fact, she's the only in-person interview we've ever done.
Correct. She came, and I bet we need more.
And Hannah was on there, not you.
I know. So, that's probably, look, I have learned a few things about myself in the urgent care industry. Y'all don't want to hear from me on stage. And by best I can tell, the top episode, you don't want to hear me on the podcast either. Michael, would you like to take over?
Dear audience, give Nick some help here.
You brought this up. I was fine until you said that.
Please help Nick here. Please send him an email to hello@patientcaremarketers.com and say, we like you too, Nick. And just I want to see if he sends anything.
Look, I don't need a pity party or attaboys. But y'all didn't even show up to my talk, man.
They didn't really show up to mine either, except for 3 on the last one. But we were also at the end. It was also like the weird week of
That's a joke.
No air traffic controllers and all the things.
That was fun.
Yeah, it was. But anyway, so yeah, Ava, basically people loved that episode. It was it's the top episode of the year, which is great. And guess what? It's kind of related to your front desk. So, because the whole point of that, go back and listen to 189. So we're talking, that's been 6 months now, I guess. We deep dive into like, what can AI do for front desk? Because here's the thing, you hear us harp this all the time. Front desk can make or break your business. We have a client right now that we're going to see if she can come on that talks about her front desk, because she has a completely different mindset toward it. It's actually the mindset that we want you guys to have. And she's a very successful business. So it's just something really cool to look at. She's in medical. It's very fascinating. And we're going to try to get her to come on. But at the end of the day, front desk is such an interesting topic to you guys. Obviously, it's still a burning topic. I literally have training with a client tomorrow about front desk. So I get it. I get why this episode works, but we can make the joke. Hannah was on there, not Nick. I was there, but they were having more of the conversation than I was. And of course, we had Ava in person.
It's even when we go to the booths and stuff like that, they're like, where's Hannah and Grace?
Oh, 100%. When we were in Saruka, they're all like,
what are you doing here?
You're with Hannah? Like, yeah, we're with Hannah.
Yep, we're with Hannah.
She's not here this time because we're speaking. It didn't make sense to have that many people. So, yeah, she's not here. We felt that quite a bit, actually, which was fun, which we're fine with. If we were the secret sauce to everything, eventually it wouldn't work.
Yeah,
so,
that's for sure.
We want our entire team.
But I did just have an idea.
Uh-oh.
Imagine how big this podcast would be if they ran it.
Maybe
all evidence points toward they would rather hear them than us.
Maybe.
Anyway, let's keep going.
All right, so the guy. Let's see.
I don't even know what this random picture is. I think that's part of the.
Well, even the other thing, So really, we're down to one last stat,
right?
And this stat is actually kind of cool. One of the cooler stats I've seen. We are the top 10 show for 77 fans in particular. Top 10. So for those who listen to podcasts on Spotify, 77 of you people actually put us in your top 10 list, which means you didn't select it that way. That means you just listened to us that way, which is super awesome. And for us, that's a blessing, because what you're saying is that there's 77 possibly urgent care owners that say, I like what these guys have to say. I believe in what they're saying, or I can relate to what they're saying, and it's enough good value. I'm going to keep coming back to the weekly episode.
So that's your favorite stat.
That's my favorite stat.
Mine is the red one down at the bottom.
Red one down. The 25
most shared.
Yeah,
most shared.
But the little subtext is even better.
Yeah, y'all share this episode, not this episode, but our podcast. Thank you again. 93% more than any other podcast. There's some good podcasts on Spotify.
Yeah.
Right. So just to be even considered as one of the most shared shows, that's amazing.
That is amazing, because I just read that, and then even reading the marathon one's pretty amazing to read that too. I didn't realize the detail was there. I was just copying and pasting stuff. But
that one, the fact that y'all are sharing us. Thank you. I hope this is all coming out. I know it sounds self-serving, but really it's from a place of gratitude. This show exists because y'all listen.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. If this rap showed up and it was all negative numbers,
yeah, we wouldn't have this episode.
All right, what's going on here? But also too, because we see that where, because now when we do interviews with some non-vendors and stuff, we get to hear more feedback from them, and they're like, "Yeah, well, so and so listened to the episode, and they sent me a text message about it. I didn't even know they were listening to it, and all that stuff." So we hear that a lot. And also thank you guys. When we do bring on vendors, you tend to engage with them later. And so a lot of our vendors get business from you, which we really appreciate, because that means you're trusting who we're bringing on.
And we don't pay anybody to be on here, by the way.
No.
So
we don't pay. They don't pay.
Yeah, it's not a paid sponsorship or any of that. So if we're bringing them on the podcast, it's genuinely to put them in front of you because we think they're good at what they do,
and they can benefit you.
And we've probably engaged them in the marketplace just by running into them with clients that we serve.
Yep.
We're like, you need to come on the podcast. That's how we've struck up such a good relationship with Ava, with Flip AI. We have our own voice AI. but hers is better. So we sell hers.
Yeah.
Or we sell is the wrong word, but we promote hers. We don't
we
sell
encourage
it,
people to go check out Flip. So yeah, I mean, I think just looking at all this too, like these numbers are more impressive than last year when we did a Wrapped.
Right.
I don't remember them too well, but I do remember like this looks better.
I'm sure we could find them in Slack somewhere.
We could. But even on the marathon piece, fans listen to you for longer than 84% of other shows, which is super cool. I mean, because we have stuck to the guns of 20 to 30-minute episodes, sometimes going over, rarely going under. And which means 84%, you're listening longer than 80% of other shows, which means like you're committed to us more than majority of the other shows you listen to, which is pretty cool.
Yep.
So,
well, looking at all this data, there's a couple of things that stand out. One, it's clearly having some type of a positive impact on your commute or on your business or whatever. For all I know, you put us on to go to sleep. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know.
Or you play it in your car so you don't have to keep honking at somebody in traffic.
Stuff like that. But our commitment going into 2026 is not going to change. We want to help you get more patients, deliver better care, get repeat visits, and scale your clinics. That's our goal. That's our mission. There are some things coming up in 2026 that I want to make you aware of. Most importantly, we have a mastermind coming up that we're going to be promoting. We're starting with our existing client base, but I will tell you, we will drop a link down in the bottom. And if you're interested, if we decide to open this up to other urgent cares that are not in our client list, you can join our list and we will open it up. If we open it up, you who are on the list will be notified immediately.
Yeah.
So we'll drop that link in the chat. And honestly, this mastermind is not, there's not going to be any vendors there. There's nothing to sell there. The whole point is to bring other urgent cares from around the nation together around a table to say what's working, what's not working, how can we help each other grow?
Yep.
How can we get better?
What are you doing differently?
Exactly.
What you've experienced this problem I'm describing. What did you do to fix this problem? Working together. And the goal is you get good information that day from the event, but the real goal is that you build relationships with these people and you begin to help you. Because that's something that's very interesting in this niche or this industry. For whatever reason, a lot of urgent cares think other urgent cares are pure competitors.
Yeah, it's just not the case.
And it's not. Like, sure, you're a competitor to an AFC or a Fast, like the big guys out there that have locations everywhere and they're in their backyard. I completely understand that notion. But beyond that, if they're more than 10 miles away from you, they're probably not a competitor to you at all. And so, but for some reason, we see a lot of that. There's a lot of like, I'm doing my own thing and I don't want to hear from this person down there. I rather hear from a vendor before I hear from my air quote competitor. And we just know it's not true. And we also know like it's a whole lot. When we go to our masterminds related to the agency world, every single agency that we know in that mastermind, our national agency, they can take on clients anywhere. And so if we were sitting in a room with another urgent care agency, that's fine. We'll go talk to them and see what we can do to help each other, because that's the whole point.
Correct.
Because there's enough fish in the sea, right? Like it doesn't matter if they have some clients that we wish we had and vice versa. The same thing with patients. If that patient is over 10 miles away, they're not going to come to you anyway. So they're going to go to the other one. So lean on the people that know what you're going through and see if there's an opportunity to, grow or fix a problem or whatever. So, yeah, I mean, it's going to be a small mastermind, but it may create some relationships beyond the mastermind that could be huge for you guys going forward.
Right. The other thing, and it's a goal, but we're going to change up the podcast studio a little bit.
Yeah.
In 26. It's going to become more of a conversational space. The format's not really going to change. I think the format currently works real well for not only you, the listening audience, but it works well for us as well. But I'm thinking of just a little redesign, not heavy on the redesign, but to get some more engaging video so that we can continue to grow our YouTube channel.
Yep.
The data that we shared with you today is all Spotify. This doesn't include Apple, and it doesn't include.
Yeah, this is what Spotify tells us. And we can see it. Apple Podcasts, you guys lock in on that.
That's the vast majority of our listeners on Apple Podcasts.
Yeah, and it doesn't even reflect in these numbers.
Correct.
But YouTube's been interesting. You guys have started to increase your viewers on that, and we want. Yeah, exactly. And we want more. I still remember 2 or 3 months ago, I went on that discovery call, and he said, "Are you the YouTube guy?" And I was like, "Yep, that's
turns out.
me. I'm real." But yeah, I want to increase that. Actually, our goal is to make the video look more like a traditional podcast.
Correct.
Where, and just to kind of give context there, I'm sure at this point we've lost most of our audiences because we're talking about actual podcasting setup, but it's okay. Most podcasts, modern podcasts, they have multiple cameras on a camera on each who's talking, and maybe a wide. So that's our goal too. Right now we have a single wide camera. It's a good old face cam that's done really well for us, but it's 4 years old. Like it's time to kind of move it on.
It's not in 4K, I can tell you that.
No, it really wants to be, but it's not. And then our mics are still great. Mics can last forever.
Right.
But no, we're going to have like crossover, different camera angles, and we'll probably maybe even remove this guy or this table, and then maybe, who knows, like we're going to adjust it, but we're going to make it more personal, right? Where it's going to be on me when I'm talking, and it's going to be on you when you're talking. And so it's just more engaging, like you had said.
Yep, there's going to be some fun things coming up. We're going to be at all the major events.
Yes,
that's our plan. We're going to be able to talk at the Xperity event that's coming up. We'll be you'll be talking at the main Urgent Care Association.
Yes, I got an approval this week from UCA Chicago. I will be talking. I think I know what the talk's about.
I think it's about culture, and let me just tell you, it's been our experience.
Yes, retention and culture.
Yeah, retention and culture. Well, the difference in a good business and a thriving business is the culture that you keep.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you haven't been intentional about that, I want to encourage you, go to this talk. Michael's going to be in the system where you can go register to listen.
Mm-hmm.
I highly recommend that. I know he's going to bring a great talk to the table to help your clinics out. So, and then I think we're even going to try to get to California this year.
Yeah, I think we're going to attempt. What we noticed in the event world for urgent care, you guys love having events the last 3 or 4 months of the year. So we're trying to balance that all out because it's just I mean, you all notice it's very tiring to go events over back to back to back, and which is one reason why we recognize most of you urgent cares only go to one event a year.
Right.
Maybe it'll be our mastermind. We don't know, but
that would be awesome.
But yeah, but when you're clocking in like 5 events in a year, it's a lot. I don't know how some of these event people do it, where they're like event after event after event after event, like 10 in a row.
I guess that is their job.
Yeah, I mean that's all they have time for.
Yeah.
So, but no, we're excited for all the events. We'll get to meet you guys. We're going to make sure that our banner is up for the walk-ins welcome piece, so you know who we are.
That's right.
Because we always have fans come up to us, which is super cool. But
well, if we don't see you before the next episode or talk to you before the next episode, I hope you have an amazing time over the holiday. I know that you're going to be busy in your urgent cares. Slow down just enough to go love on your family and spend some time together, and remember why you do this in the first place.
Absolutely. And just a side note, real quick on the stats. So not these stats, but flu stats real quick.
Oh, go ahead.
I was talking to Susan this morning, and she's like, how's the flu trend going when we do a Google trend search? And so just to kind of give perspective, so we've been seeing like flu searches were lowered right now than they were in the summer. And we confirm it with clients and non-clients. So yeah, summers were great compared to right now. Anyway, well, that has shifted finally, and it's starting to move up. And so it looks like we're about 2 weeks away from an explosion of flu. So
stay away from me.
Yeah, exactly. So right before Christmas, we're going to have a lot of sick people.
Can get my cootie shot.
So when you ever listen to this episode, did you have a flu influx between like December 10th to December 20th? Because that's my prediction right now.
Well, I hope for your clinic's sake that you did, and I hope for your family's sake that you didn't.
There you go.
Always the double-edged sword. Well, listen, thank you for listening. Thank you for making it a great year. The stats look amazing, and they look amazing because of you. We can't do this without you. So,
100%.
Last time, thank you.
Yeah,
Appreciate you.
Thank you, guys. Be safe. Enjoy your travels, and we'll catch you on the next one.
All right. See ya.